like that. Good morning, my lovely friends. Welcome to Chair Yoga with Livy at North Presbyterian Church here in Williamsville, New York. Lovely to have you here this morning. If this is your first yoga experience, then all the more welcome to you. I hope you will find it to be energizing, calming, and very relaxing. If it's your first time, can you improve your breathing, your posture, your flexibility, your balance, and your mood? You sure can. So I hope you'll find that to be true today. If you've been here many times, work on something that you feel like you need to work on today, or stay right where you are. At any rate, welcome. It's lovely to have you all here this morning. Okay, something I want to share with you from Pope Francis. Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help one another, no matter how difficult it is. Life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you. How lovely. All right, let's begin. I'll meet you on the chair. Grab some water. If you're comfortable in your bare feet where you are, by all means, take your shoes off. Let's find the earth beneath our feet. I think that was a Carole King song. So you have a new view of me today. See, my camera's up a little bit higher, and let me know how it works for you. Okay, and the sound as well. We have the sound running through the sound system here today, so that may feel a little different, although I think we've tweaked it pretty good. Out to the edge of your seat, if you will, please. Let's take one hand on your heart, and then putting the other on top. Let your eyes just drift closed. Draw your attention to your heart space here. And then notice the breathing and the movement of your rib cage. It's easy to do when your hands are here. Let your eyes just drift closed. And whatever you brought with you to your chair today, let go of it. Whatever you have to do later today, put it aside. Pull in that nice full breath. Fill the lungs as much as you can. Take that long, slow exhale and squeeze out a little more of that breath using your ribs. Let's let the hands float down towards the ground, towards our seated mountain pose. Excuse me, the fingers reach downward, the crown of the head reaches skyward. And boy, you feel the shoulders really lengthen away from the ears, yeah? Tuck the elbows in towards the hip line. Smile on your face, deep breath. All right, let's take the left hand on that thigh muscle and reaching that right arm up the range of motion that works for you and the lower back down. We're going to take one at a time, just so you have a chance to check in. Reaching up. I'm not hinging over at all. I'm really just working the range of motion around my shoulder first. Reaching up, you can bend the elbows if that feels good, or reach them up higher. And again. All right, let's try both. Deep breath in. And if touching the heel of the hand, the fingertips together feels good across the back, by all means do that. So let's come up, palms facing the sky, and down facing the earth. One more time. And hold them right out here at shoulder height. And then rotate. Palm up and palm down. So it's in the wrist, a little in the elbow, a little bit in the shoulder, but rotating up and down and up and down. Two more. All right, so crossing them in front, we get a little stretch across the back. Let's cross the other way. and then open up. Deep breath in, exhale. Deep breath in. If you need to cross 3 times in order to get rid of all that breath, do so. And again. Lifting up. I surrender. Hands down, chin down. Hands up, chin up. Take the gaze up a bit. Take the gaze down. Now just make this nice and smooth. One more time. Last one. If your shoulders are screaming to you, go ahead and put the arms down. All right, we come right back up. We're going to draw the elbows in, sides of the hand together. And then opening one arm out to the side, turn the gaze to the left. Come right back in. The left arm goes out and you turn the gaze to the right. And again. And one more time. So look away from that elbow and back. Heel the hand together, fingertips, press them together and let the hands drop down. So I'm going to lift my elbows out, careful on the wrists, lifting up. Exhale down. Lifting up. Exhale down. Hands on the rib cage. Lift the heart. And then exhale. Reach forward. Roll towards the tailbone. Sit up nice and tall on the sit bones. Elbows back. Lift the heart. Reach forward. Roll to the tailbone. Inhale. Come back up. Lift the heart. One more time. And then just come back to seated mountain pose, nice and tall. Up comes that right leg and a little circle in the ankle. All right, so you have choices. You can grab underneath the leg if you like. I'm going to go out with the heel and come in with the toe. You want to grab up high when you come in, do so depending on the flexibility in your hips. We are going to work through the hips a little bit today and use them by bending your knees. All the way up. Okay, out to the side. Hold on. And now we're going to circle around. And hold it out to the side. And circle around. All right. Bring it right back in and out in front. Toe to the ceiling. You need to be on the edge of your seat here, but careful you don't slip off. One hand, hinge forward. You get about 90 degrees here, and then inhale. Bring the heart forward. Now, I'm going to release down, scoop the belly, and roll the spine back up this time. Up comes the left leg. Circle the ankle. Okay, and your choice again. You can hold on the outside if you'd like as we go out with the heel and in with the toe. You want to take it up a little higher? Do so. All right, here we go. And just connect the breath. Make this movement nice and smooth. Have fun. And one more time. Lifting up. Out to the side. Hold it there. And then we circle it. And then out to the side. Hold it. And circle it. Hey. And out to the side. Come right back in all the way down. Out to the front. Deep breath in. Okay, you're at the edge of your seat. Hinge forward here. About 90 degrees. You'll begin to feel that stretch when you do that, I'm sure. But then I want you to bring the heart forward so you feel it even more. Yeah. All right. Both feet on the ground. Round the spine. Roll back up. And let's take a twist. Deep breath in. Opening the arms. Now, twist as deep as you're able to and just let the hands fall. Actually, it doesn't need to be deep at all just yet. We are still warming up. So just a little bit of a turn right here. And breathe. Turn the chin if you'd like. Or turn the chin over the right shoulder, drop your chin, trace your collarbone, and come up looking over the left shoulder. All right, come back to the front. Deep breath in. We're going to take just an easy twist, which I should have said the first time. Looking over the left shoulder, drop the chin, trace your collarbone, come up looking over the right shoulder. Beautiful. Both hands on the back of the chair. So heel the hand on the chair, straightening the elbows if you can. Lift the heart, pull the belly in, lift through the pelvic floor, squeeze the shoulders. Lovely. All right, feet underneath. We're we're going to stand up. Deep breath in and exhale, rising back up. Use the hands if you need them. If not, don't. Standing mountain pose. This is where you feel the earth move underneath your feet, like the old Carole King song, right? So squeeze those, press those toes back into the earth or into your sneakers if you still have those on. And breathe. I'd love to use the image that I've just stuck my toes in sand, right at the edge of the water where it swishes down, and then you step out and you see that nice footprint. Nice. So stand tall. Close the eyes if you're comfortable with that, where you find that focal point straight ahead that helps you focus. Draw the tailbone downward, belly in, chest lifted, shoulders, just let them draw back just a wee bit more without hyperextending the back. Just roll the shoulders back. And there's your beautiful mountain pose. Remember it. We'll come back to it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to forward fold and halfway rise right there. Now, looking over to the right first with that nice flat back, and then look to the left. Come back through the center. I'm going to keep my hands here on my thighs and come into chair pose. So I can still see my toes. Be sure you can. And then reaching that right arm around, pass through chair pose, and rise back up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Come into chair pose, hands on the thighs. Reach that right arm around. Come back to chair pose, rise up. Hands on the thighs. Take one more time this way. Keep that left hand there. Circle back. I'm in chair pose. Here we go. All the way up. And we go back to the other side now, right? This is a moving chair pose, working into the hips. Reach, but it also adds the nice shoulders with it too. Sink down. Circle around. Chair pose. Rise up. Sink down. Left hand forward. Reach forward. All the way back up. Nice. A little shake out. So we got our squats in and you didn't even know it, huh? Grab a drink of water. All right. So back side of the chair. Let's first get our downward facing dog in there. So stepping back, hands lightly on the chair, hollow the belly, step the feet underneath the hips, and then pull that navel in towards your spine. You will really feel that low back stretch. And then pointing the tailbone to the back wall. All right, take the gaze over the chair and stepping in. Step the feet out wide so the heels have lined up with the legs of the chair and the toes are turned out. Our beautiful star pose. Tailbone underneath you. All right, we're going to come into moonflowers here. Sink into the knees, elbows come down, and then they push right back up. Right, that's it. Nothing fancy here at all. Splay the fingers out and rise back up. Again. Shoulders back. Resist that urge to lean forward just yet. We'll do that when we come into sunflowers, but not this moment. Shoulders back. So it means you may not bend your knees that deep. And again. All the way back up. Bring the hands together. Squeeze the heel hands together and bring them in. Okay, we're going to sink back down. And now we're going to go into just a little flow. We're going to go side to side. So I'm going to sink into my right knee a little bit deeper and then my left knee. And then what I want you to do, if you can, is take your gaze to your forearm or the hands. All right, so take it away from me on your screen and follow your hands or your forearm. Notice how challenging that can become to your balance. And guess what? That chair is always there if you need it, right? So use the chair for balance if you need it. One more time. All right, we're going to bring that left hand back to the right hand. My knees are still bent. Let's pounce a little bounce. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, to star pose. Reach up. Ah, that should feel good. All right, walk your feet in, back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Now, you probably need a little bit of movement here. So sink into one knee, maybe let the hips push to one side and then the other. Yeah. Okay, let's turn the toes towards the left. We're going to take the left, I'm sorry. Straighten them up again. Turn the toes towards the right. Let's take the right hand on top of the left, sink into the knees, and push the hips over towards the left. Did I say that right? Let's go the other way. Toes towards the left, right hand on top of the left, and let the hips push over towards the right. I think I got that one right. So let's do the other way. All right, coming back to the center. Take the gaze over the chair. So a little flex in the back. And take one little baby step in. Some cat and cow right here. So eyes up, heart forwards like you're looking for me. Exhale, round the spine. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, we round. 2 more. Exhale, round. And last one. Exhale, round. All right, come away from the chair, come into our beautiful mountain pose. I'm going to move off to the side so you can see my legs, but you may stay there because you're going to be using the chair if you need it. Okay, so I'm going to step over to the right side of my chair and move my chair out of the way. Okay? And then from here, we're simply going to come into some active chair pose. So we're going to reach forward, send the hips back, and eyes come, and then rise right back up. So these are really squats. We're going to do them without the turn this time. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach. Come right back up. Think of keeping that upper body in mountain pose the whole time. So resist this urge to come forward, all right? Sinking down. Heart forward, shoulders back. Be sure you can see your toes. Come right back up. You'll get that muscle memory and you will know exactly where your hips need to be in order to be able to see your toes, keeping the shoulders back. You'll get it. 2 more. And 1 more. And this time we're going to hold this, bringing the hands into the heart. All right? Thumbnail at the heart. And now what I want you to do right here is with this tailbone, little play right here. So let the tailbone draw downward towards the ground and then turn the tailbone towards the back wall. All right? So tuck it underneath you and then turn it towards the back wall. Belly in, eyes straight ahead, and back to the back wall. This is where if you need that chair, by all means, please use it. Sink a little deeper, and then we're going to rise back up. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Don't hit your face on your chair. Halfway rise. Extend the fingers to the back and a little micro bend in the knees and simply stand up. Nice and tall. All right, beautiful. Shake out. Let's get a drink of water. I'm doing the talking, but I need it. Okay. Still behind the chair. Let's take the feet out wide and turn the right toe to the right wall. And we're going to sink into our warrior 2. All right? So knee over the ankle. Get that muscle memory. That's where it needs to be. Back leg is straight, walking in as much as you need to keep that knee over the ankle, right? Okay, we swing forward and we come back. I'm going to rise, roll up to my heel, swing forward, maybe take a little beyond, and come back. All right, so we're going to work that hip right there and those quadricep muscles in the right leg. Sinking a little bit deeper, come on back up. And again. And I lift my toe. If it bothers your heel, by all means, don't do it. And 1 more time. Let's come back to that warrior 2 and sink. Let the arms rise up higher and then float them down. Again, rise them up higher and float them down. Parallel, higher and float them down. If you have one arm that says, I don't think I need to be doing that, then by all means, put that arm on the chair. And one more time, this time we're going to come all the way up. Heel the hand fingertips together, drop that left hand, and leave the right one up there. Turn the gaze towards the crook of the elbow. We're going to pulse down here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, knee over the ankle. Pass right through. Beautiful. Come into extended angle. Maybe let that hand float towards the side of your face and find that length from the fingertips to the heel. Circle that arm around. And let it pull you right back to Warrior Two. Head over, heart over pelvis. Straighten the front leg. We slide and windmill into triangle pose. And if you need that chair, by all means, use it. Otherwise, that arm goes up. Now, lift the heart. Yes. And put a smile on your face. All right. Come back to Warrior Two. Knee over the ankle. Stop it when it gets there. Deep breath in, toes to the front, all the way down. Let's take the hands on the back. A little chest expansion. Breathe. And we go the other way. So we sink into that knee. And let me just think where we're going to go here. We're going to swoosh forward, rising up on the heel. And then we're going to pulse down, I think. And then we'll lift the arm. All right, I'll see what I can remember. Okay, so swoosh forward. That knee's going to come a little beyond the ankle and then come back and rise up on the heel if you'd like. All right, reaching, pull back. Again, reaching. You got this great big beach ball here, and you're going to send it forward and back. All right, use that image. Another one I always also like is I'm dumping a pail of water. Back. And again, 2 more. Last one. Now, get that muscle memory. You know where that knee has to be if it's over the ankle. Chair is always there to get yourself body all squared up. Head over, heart over pelvis. Here we are. Beautiful. Lift up even higher. Release back down. Lift up even higher and release. And release. Really working those arms. And release. Here we go. Lift. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Up a little bit higher. And now we're going to drop that right hand and come into reverse. You may use the chair, back of the leg. Turn the gaze towards the elbow. And we pulse down. 4, 3. So take that knee a little bit beyond. 2, 1. And then find it right over the ankle. Into extended angle. Here we go. Nice. So this leg's getting quite a workout now, I'm sure. I'm sure you're feeling that. And turn the gaze if you can. Lift the chest. Let the hips press forward and the shoulders come back. And we drop that arm around. Warrior Two. Straighten that front leg. And here's our triangle pose. I think I got the same on the other side, huh? Squeezing those side muscles. Once again, what tends to happen is we tend to come forward here, right? So even if you've got that chair, keep it handy and let the shoulders draw back towards that wall and the hips press forward. Keep the hand on the chair if that feels better to you. But imagine you are as thin front to back as you can be here. Yeah. All right, coming back to Warrior Two. Toes to the front. Let's go ahead and walk them in. Toe heel, toe heel. Work through the feet back to mountain pose. And then let's get a little stretch in the feet. So lift the right heel and then the left heel. Okay. You can go up and down if you like, but just getting a little stretch through the toes and through the feet. Can you see that? And again. Nice. All right, so rise all the way up on both toes. It's like you're trying to see over something here. I'm going to show you from the side. And then I'm simply going to keep my back on the imaginary wall behind me and sink my knees like I'm coming into chair pose. Belly is pulled in. Just a little bend is fine. You can lower the heels a bit. That's okay. Find your chair pose here if you can. Shoulders back though. Whew. And drop the heels. Reach up, step back so you don't hit your face. Forward fold, rising up. And circle sweep pass through our chair pose. And release down. Nice. Okay, so downward facing dog. And if you need some movement here, which you certainly might, go ahead and do it. Tip the pelvis forward so you really feel that nice lengthen down the back of the legs. And then scoop the belly around the spine. Make it feel good to you. Okay. I'm walking into the chair. I'm going to move out to the right just a little bit and ask you to do the same because we're going to come into a moving airplane pose today. Once again, we're working the quadricep muscles and the hips today. Actually, hamstrings too. All right, the whole package. I want you to slide that right foot out in front. You can touch the toe on the ground and keep your old buddy, old pal chair there for balance. Remember, we don't ever sink in and put our weight onto it. It's just there for balance. So, the right toe's in front, and I just want you to lift it up. Drop the knee down towards the ground, but keep that heel pulled in. Bring it right back up and extend it out. Touch the toe down. So release that hamstring muscle there. Okay, we go. Come in. Turn the knee down towards the ground. Sole of the foot to the back. Come right in. Release it back down. And again, first we move through a moving dancer pose, and then we'll get to a moving airplane. Okay, so drop it down, hold it right there. Sole of the foot go onto the back. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Yeah? Let's take that opposite arm up. Now, if by chance you have done dancer pose before without using a chair, by all means, go ahead and switch to that, okay? But this is a wonderful modification. You are still balancing. You are working the hamstrings and the back of the leg as well as the hips. I have a little micro bend. 3 breaths. Keep pulling that heel in and then release. Let's take it to the front and we'll stretch that out. So just simply hinge at the hip, toe to the ceiling. You're welcome for that stretch. Okay. In fact, let's land both feet on the ground, straighten both legs, and reach forward and pull back. I do have my hand on the chair. By all means, keep it there. If you're ready for both hands, go ahead. You're going to get a little more stretch in that back leg, or in that front leg, and back. And one more time. Reach. And back. Okay, moving airplane pose. We start that foot out. We're going to pick the knee up and stretch it back. Now, if you want to touch it on the ground in the back, that's fine. And then in the front, that's okay. All right? We're just going to move through this. So lifting, touch it if you want. Lift it, touch it in the back if you want. Okay? The other option is to lift and extend. Lift and extend. All right? You pick your choice of moving airplane. And out. All right, this time we're going to hold it. Our airplane. So here we go. Find it, belly in, maybe your toes on the ground, upper body in mountain pose. And both feet down with intention. Deep breath in. Pass right through the center, all the way down. Slide hands up the thigh muscle. We're going to bend the knees and this time round the spine and roll back up. Okay? Yeah? Other side. So we go through first, moving dancer pose. Okay, so right foot out, left foot out in front. Bring the knee up. Drop the knee to the ground. Bring the knee up. Touch the toe in front. You get a little rest in that hamstring then. Knee up, knee down. Sole of the foot is going to the back wall. Knee up, 2 more times. Gives you a chance to pull in the belly, lift up through the pelvic floor. You're going to find your balance. And we're going to hold this next one in our dancer pose. Okay, so lifting, drop the knee down, reach that opposite arm up. If dancer pose has been part of your practice, by all means. All right, find it. Bring that knee up. And we're going to stretch the back of that leg. So drop that heel in front and hinge at the hip. No hands on that left thigh. If you're going to use a hand there, drop it to the right thigh. And tip the pelvis forward. Let the heart come forward and you'll feel a lovely stretch. And then we stand up, straight legs. This is where we're going to reach forward again, feeling that stretch again, and pull back. I've put that $100 bill out there. Reach for it and pull back. 2 more. Last one. How lovely. I love that stretch. Okay. Even with one hand, even just hinging forward is fine. Okay? So now, airplane. Moving airplane. All right? So we lift the knee. We send it back. Let's try it just touching the toe on the ground first. Lift the knee. Touch the toe. Lift the knee. Touch the toe. All right? Notice I've got a little micro bend in my supporting leg here, so remember to do that if you need to. Okay, so here we go. Lift the knee. Now your choice. You may simply move forward and back. Straightening that back leg as best you can. Press through the heel. I'm going to show you from the side. Yeah? I'm going to stretch through that back leg. Lifting to the front. Drop the toe anywhere you need to. Upper body stays in our mountain pose. Nothing changing here. Shoulders back. And again. One more time. Ooh, I think I love this. And one more time. And then we're going to hold our airplane pose. If you're not already there, let's do it. And here we go. Hands. No hands. One more breath. With intention, let's put that foot back to the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale right down through the center. And then halfway rise. Now, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, and round back up. Shoulder rolls around. Lovely. All right. Little shake out. Grab a drink of water. How are we doing on time here? Okay. All right. Sorry you can't see all this. This place looks like a TV screen, this TV station over here. I've got a clock running over here. I've got a computer and a projector and a screen. Doesn't feel like a yoga studio or a sanctuary right now. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Hollow your belly. Oh, that nice deep breath into the ribs. Really feel them expand. Bend the knees, hands back on the thighs. Tuck the tailbone and round the spine and roll back up. Beautiful. We take one more balancing posture. I want you to step in on the left foot. We're going to go back to the right leg. So I've got my feet in this lovely pyramid pose, right? One foot in front of them, off the tightrope here. So I've got space between my feet there. And just like I caught you in the middle of a big walk, okay? We call it pyramid pose. Stand up nice and tall. Let's take the hands to the heart. So allow this left hip crease to come back and the right hip to come forward just a little bit, just a half an inch. And then we're going to come into our moving tree pose today. So we're going to bend that front knee and push off and bring that foot in. Okay, use the chair there, that's fine. Back to pyramid pose. Bend the front knee, come to tree pose. Back to our pyramid pose, both legs straight. Bend the front knee into tree pose. I should have moved that out of the way, I apologize. And maybe your tree pose means you've got that kickstand going there, that's okay. One more time, go back. Nice pyramid pose. Bend the knee, tree pose. Use the chair if you need to. Let's find our tree pose. And so maybe your toes on the ground, maybe you have one or two hands on the chair. Your choice. Or hands at your heart. Work this posture. Squeeze the glutes. Let the toes sink into that imaginary sand. Splay your fingers out. Let's come back to that pyramid pose, stepping back, downward facing dog. All right, looking over the chair, step in on the right foot and back on the left. This time we'll take a little chest expansion. I'm just going to say hands on the hips, thumbs to the back, lifting the heart. Breathe. All right, so let's bring the hands together at the heart. And we come into our moving tree pose. Hands to the chair if you need them, and step back. Again, hands to the chair and back. Keep moving. Again. Sorry, I was talking to Renee. And again, just move through this. You may eventually find you don't need the chair. You're able to slide it in and bring it up and back. One more time. And back. Hold it. Now, find your tree pose. And with intention, it's okay. All the way back. Downward facing dog. Hollow your belly and slide that tailbone back. Bend the knees, bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. We're going to reverse swan dive back up. Forward fold. We're going to take that halfway rise again. Reach the fingers back. And then circle sweep. Come into our chair pose one more time. Even a powerful pose maybe. Lifting up. We're going to add a little twist to this now. So hands to the heart. Drop that left shoulder. Look to the right. It's like you're going to look into maybe the middle shelf of your fridge. My knees are still in this powerful pose. Chair pose. Pass through the center. No? Okay. Other way. Belly in. Coming back through the center, rise back up. Little baby back bend here. Get that great side body stretch in and circle the arms down. Bingo. All right, so grab a drink of water, sit back down on the chair. I'm going to check my music because I think something might have happened to it. Let me see. Okay, go ahead. I don't know what's happened. Sorry, technical difficulty. New equipment. All right, back to the chair. And out to the edge of your seat. We have worked those hamstring muscles quite a bit, and those quadricep muscles too. Let's start with that right foot on the ground. Hinge forward at the hips. So you get that nice stretch. And then let's just reach forward a little bit more. And once again, I put a $100 bill there, so reach even deeper and really feel that nice lengthen in the back of the leg. Reach up. sit up tall. We take that leg out to the side, put one hand on it. I want you to keep the knee right over the ankle, return the shoulders to the front, and then we're going to take this little twist in the body. So belly in, exhale, and we twist. Holding that knee there, it's going to want to buckle in on you, so hold it wherever it is and turn the gaze. And then sit on the sit bones. Watch that pelvis isn't rolling forward. Nice and tall. And then release. Come back to the front. Walk that foot back in, toe heel, toe heel. We're going to take the other side. And then again, this is where we hinge forward. And I'm going to reach my left hand forward. So same leg and same foot here. And then there's that $100 bill. So reach forward. You got to keep your eyes forward and your heart moving forward here as well. And then you'll say, aha, that's that hamstring. Those are those hamstring muscles. Let's come right back up, and then we're going to take that leg out to the side. Whatever range of motion here is good for you. Holding that knee right over the ankle. Sit tall, belly in, and exhale. We take this twist. I'm going to take my hand behind my back to help me twist. It's up to you entirely. Breathe. One more breath. Release, come back to the front and walk that foot in. Now, the best way I know to get this stretch in these hip flexor muscles, I think we're just going to stand back up and do that, okay? So one hand on the chair. If you need to turn the chair, that's fine. And slide that left foot back. I want you to bend that left knee, and then we did this in our walk the other day. Draw that tailbone underneath you. So I always say take the tailbone to the ground, but this time I want you to draw it underneath you right there and really feel that lengthen, that stretch in the front of the leg. Shoulders back, chest is lifted, belly in. And release. Let's go the other way. I may have to do a little video on that to show you how to do that. All right, we sink into that back knee. Once again, draw that tailbone underneath, shoulders back, lift the heart. So you're getting right here in the front. That tailbone's going to draw underneath you towards that heel, okay? All right, coming right back up. Let's sit back down again. Should have done this before we sat down. And you know what? We're going to skip the piriformis stretch today. I want you to do that on your own. Slide that tailbone towards the back of the seat. Legs out in front. We're just going to push on the gas and the brake. All right? Wiggle the feet. Let's send the feet in the same direction. La-di-da. And then the other direction. And then walk up the wall. Point the toes and come all the way back down. All right, little circle in the wrists. Palms up. Hands together. Okay, let's bring the elbows out to the side and pressing the wrists downward here. Now, your own judgment right here about your wrists, but we're going to press them down. And then what I'm going to do is going to pull on my hand bones a little bit and then fingers down. And then let's go the other way. A little yank on the hand bones, fingers down. Nice. And then palms up, just rest. Settle back into the seat. Tip the head, drop the chin down towards your chest. Come up on the other side and right back up. And then let's reverse and go the other way. Drop the chin over to the other side and right back up. All right, eyes open wide. Scrunch them like you're trying to see something. Open them wide. And then just let them gently close and feel the whole front body just sort of sink to the back body there as you settle into the chair. Let your eyes drift closed. Take a deep breath in, maybe a sigh. And then settle in for a few minutes of some stillness. A chance for you just to clear your mind. As long as you have your breath, no one will take your peace. So use your breath to find that calm, that peace, that sense of connectedness. And as I started this off, rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help one another, no matter how difficult. Life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you. I hope you found this to be, if this was your first class, a nice time to be with yourself, strengthen, stretch, breathe. Hands together at your heart, eyes open, soft gaze. Remembering a heart at peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see some of you, I hope more, walking on the bike path. I've said Monday now because Wednesday looks bad. So see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.